They didn't even give you a block. Hey, what's going on? This is Jsean. Today I want to talk about, well, not really talk about, but just do a quick unboxing. I have an iPhone 12 right here. I know a lot of people are going to do a super technical type of review. It's not really a review. I'm just curious about what it looks like. So I personally have a XS Max, and when I bought this phone, it was, the newest thing at the time. And since then, to be honest, I mean, I do want to upgrade my phone only because I feel like it's kind of acting a little strange. But other than that, I don't really need to upgrade it. But I'm just kind of, if somebody shows you something super fancy or better than what you have, you may consider upgrading your phone because it's a new feature, a new function, right? So I'm not going to really go through the functions of the phone. I just want to unbox it and turn it on. But I kind of just want to see how they change, or maybe how they didn't change the actual aesthetic of the phone. I want to just see how it looks, because based on what I saw, it kind of looks like a mixture of the old and the new, but nothing really impressive as far as that is concerned. So let's just get right to it. This is not very super exciting. This is just something, like I said, if you happen to want, or you're looking for the iPhone. Let me just see. So here we have excuse the shaky desk. This one is the iPhone 12. It is not a Pro. It's 128 gig, and that's pretty much it. So let's just start ripping this open. As usual, throw that away. As usual, boxing is nice. One thing I noticed about this box, look how thin it is. Super narrow. Very small box. I don't know if I'm supposed to hide the IMEIs and stuff, so I don't want to flip the box over. So this one is the green phone. I don't know if the Pro has different types of cameras on here. I just know that this one right here just has the 2. I thought it was 3 cameras or something. That might just be for the Pro. Ignore this thing right here on my XS Max. The funny thing is, when I got the Max, I thought the phone was too big, but now that I've been using it when I hold regular phones, I feel like they're way too small. So in here is nothing, it's really nothing that special to look at, but they finally got some USB-C, but it still has a lightning cable, a lightning port. You know what's funny? For some reason in my head, I thought they were going to, that's pretty much it. They didn't even give you a block. That's crazy. So let me see. They didn't give you a charging block? Wow. You don't even get a charging block. That's kind of crazy. So you have USB-C. So let me see something. Is this USB-C or is this lightning? It still looks like a lightning port. I don't know if you can see that. I don't know. My first iPhone I ever had was an iPhone 5. The iPhone 5 reminds me of this bezel, like this. It's kind of weird because it's almost like they couldn't think of anything and they just moved backwards. While the phone is nice, I like the glass and stuff like that. It resembles this a little bit, but it ain't too much bigger, to be honest. Not that much bigger. But this is more curved, has the chrome accents. This is a brushed accent, and it is flat. I will say it's probably easier to hold because it feels more grippy, I guess. But other than that, it looks like an older model iPhone. So this is the phone itself. Again, it is nice, but let's look at the difference on the sides. Sorry, it's a little dark right here. It is very dark over here for some reason. Let's see. So, to be honest with you, this doesn't encourage me to want to upgrade personally. But I mean, I don't know, to each his own. Now this right here, don't know what that is. What is this? Anybody know what this is? Like I said, I don't really know anything about the phone. As usual, as always, they're gonna have better quality cameras, of course. They're gonna have a better processor, but just the phone itself is just so, I hate to say it, but it's kind of outdated. It just looks like an iPhone from the past. That's not gonna stop people from buying it. Obviously, there's the SIM card in here. I don't know. I mean, it's okay. It feels snappy, but I don't know. So I'm gonna keep this pretty simple. I would say it's very underwhelming as far as looking for something aesthetically different than the other iPhones. It feels like they took a step back. I have an iPhone, I think it's a 6, and it kind of reminds me of this. The difference mainly would be that this one is better materials. It's heavier. My other one is made of like a light, kind of like a hollow feel aluminum, or if you want to call it that, if that's what it is, I'm not really sure. But it's very lightweight, and it's more of a plasticky feel, even though there's glass and stuff like that. This feels way more heavier, not just because it's a larger phone, but it has like stainless around the edges, the heavy piece of glass in the back. It just feels a lot more substantial. It feels like it's expensive compared to my iPhone 6 that I had. My very first iPhone, I believe, was an iPhone 5. And to be honest, that's what this reminds me of, with a little bit of mixture of the new elements like the glass back and stuff like that. And obviously the bigger camera, it's going to have better cameras inside. It's going to have a better processor. It feels nice. It doesn't feel heavy. Now, I don't know what the Pro feels like in comparison, but even though they're not that much smaller or bigger in comparison, not really. Not too much different, to be honest with you. Let me show you this camera. It's actually not that much different in size. My XS Max is still a little bit wider, but hardly that much different. And it kind of feels like they're about the same thickness. It's just a different shape, so it's kind of hard to tell exactly just by the way that I'm doing it. But if you can get an upgrade, why not? If you already have something like maybe like what I have, or you have the iPhone 11, I don't really know what the big deal is. As far as my knowledge, like I said, this is kind of just came to me this morning, so I don't really know too much about it. But I wanted to unbox it for more of the aesthetic appearance of it. And they still covered up. The screen still doesn't go all the way up or anything like that. Hopefully you can see. Let me see. Let me show you this camera. It still has the black part here on the top of the screen. It's still generally the same. I mean, mine doesn't look bright right now, but let me see. Yeah, it's still generally the same. Put it this way, me having this right now, it is acting a little slow for some reason, and I think it's just because every time they release something new, it just ends up happening. It's just the way Apple's been working lately. But I'm not super impressed with it, to be 100% honest with you. It should have changed something. The way the volume rocker is, something. So you turn it off exactly the same. They didn't add any new aesthetic to it. They're just changing what it seems to be just the internals of the phone for the most part. They're recycling older designs. Now, if any of you got it, I'm pretty sure you're going to be happy with it. But me owning an XS Max, it doesn't really, not really pressed about getting this phone right here. So that's pretty much it. Make sure you do everything at your top level. I know this wasn't super exciting, but maybe answer somebody's question. I answered mine. I really did it for myself, to be honest with you. Remember, you're no competition with anybody except yourself, so make sure your next move is your best move, or at least your better move. Check out this next video. It's gonna be a real quick one. If you have any Beats solo headphones and you have problems with the earmuffs or ear cups, check the video out. I'm gonna do it like live on the spot because I never did it before, so I want to kind of walk through the process of how to replace the ear cups, because before I couldn't find these replacements, and now I stumbled across it because I was about to trash the headphones. So until next time.